Greetings, everyone. My name is Silvertongue, and welcome to Birds Aren't Real, a short indie horror game about birds. I think. I'm not sure. But, so we're not wasting any additional time. Let's check it out. It might be spooky, it might not be. The rain is too heavy. Guess I have to stay here for shelter. Wait. Okay. I've experienced this in a few games now, where it has beginning text like that, and it doesn't let you read it in its entirety. It just goes away too quickly, so you can't read all of it. There could have been some very important information in that beginning bit. But, you know what? Let's not be too harsh on it. Let's see. Oh, we got something here. Looks like a note. I can pick it up. I don't wanna. Oh, I can stand on the couch. So, birds aren't real. But what does it mean? Ooh. A bike in the living room / kitchen. Also that fridge design. Very old. Very, very, very old. A drawer. Oh, I collected a note apparently. I collected number 2. Ah, I'm collecting things out of order. Oh no, help me. So is this one number 1? Also, I have reading to do, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I do. Okay. Also, there's a number down there. I hope that's not going to be important later. And I hope there's not a number for each one of these, because that might be a little irritating. 5/24/1977. Today in my art class at school, I painted a bird. Birds aren't real. It was a robin with black feathers on its back and a fluffy, rusty red feathers, I read that wrong, on its chest. Miss Teresa really liked my painting and said that next week she would put it on display. Miss Teresa is much better at painting than I am, so getting approval from her made me feel happy. There is something really wrong with my vocal control. I need to practice more. When I got home, Dad was working in his study again. I showed him the robin I drew, and he liked it too. But he pointed out some mistakes I had with coloring. The color on the robin's head should be darker than the color on its back, he said, and the patterns on its wings should be thinner and whiter. My dad is a famous ornithologist, which means someone who specializes in knowledge of birds. No wonders he could find the mistakes so quickly. Pardon me? He smiled and said he had to get back to work, but would love to hear more about my day at school on the dinner table. My mom is already preparing dinner at the kitchen. I wish she could spend more time playing with me, though. My dad really is an amazing person, and even if the people in town only recognize him as some weird guy who knows the name of every bird in the forest. So that's number 1. I do apologize. My ability to speak seems to be a little bit broken. But it has been a while since I've read notes in games and stuff like that out loud. So I guess that makes sense. 5/29. Going a couple days in the future. 1977. Dad's study was filled with the materials he had collected during his career. When you push the study door open, you can see photos of a huge amount of rare birds in Wisconsin hanging on the entire wall to the left. Dad either spends the whole day in the study or goes out for weeks. Rarely he may even go to give lectures at the state university. 2 days ago, Dad headed for New York to work, and today he's back with a bunch of gifts for me. I was so happy, although he didn't bring back the avian encyclopedia I wanted. He sighed and said that he searched almost every bookstore in New York but couldn't find it. It's okay, it's not a big deal. Perhaps the book was sold out because too many people love birds as much as I do. Mom was baking us an apple pie. While waiting for the dough to rise, she sat in a chair beside the dining table and asked me what I want to be if I grow up. If? That's a bit foreboding. Or it could be that this was written by someone who's not as good with English. I don't know. But it's fine. It's better than most people who speak English as a first language. That's for sure. Anyway, I want to be an artist, I said. Painter, to be precise. Then what would you like to paint if you become an artist? She asked again. Birds, I replied in an instant. Because they the most beautiful creatures ever lived on this planet? I mean, to be fair, birds are absolutely gorgeous. At least a lot of them are. Oof. That's a bit rickety. That's locked. 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 And, locked. Oh dear. Looks like they were painting on the walls. At least right there. I'm gonna check upstairs. Cake. I don't know. Spooky lightning. Ooh. Letter. Number 3. Is that everything? So far? Okay, yeah, I think that's everything. 6/9/1977. This summer I feel like something... This summer I feel like some strange things have begun to happen to our town. There are fewer and fewer birds in the woods near the school. In the past, their chirping always accompanied me on my way to school every morning. But ever since this summer, that sound has slowly vanished. At first I remembered my dad had said that some birds regularly migrate in the summer. But as weeks pass, only more and more of them begin to vanish. I started to worry about them. I tried to bring up this topic with my classmates, but they don't seem to care at all. People don't seem to care about the birds as much as I thought they would. Could it be air pollution? But I've witnessed even stranger things. Yesterday I saw some shadows with human shapes moving around in the woods. And wherever they appeared, bird chirps immediately vanish in the next day, replaced by some mysterious machine noises. That's not good. I didn't dare walk in to check. For many nights I couldn't sleep well. Once, as I remembered, when I looked at those shadows, They also turned and looked back at me. Okay, that's creepy. And I've got 3 here. 1, 2, 3. I'm tired. Why? Why does this mortal coil have to become exhausted? Why do I have to spend a third of my entire lifetime sleeping when I could be productive? Oh, there's a lock there. Nothing else? Okay. 3-digit? Let me check something. I have 3 notes, and that takes a 3-digit. Maybe it's these numbers at the bottom? You know what? It wouldn't hurt to check. 262? Oh, that was right. Okay. So, I got a key from that. That's great. Now to figure out where the key goes. Here? Oh! Hey! That worked! I was about to go upstairs. Some weird writing on the wall. Or like a picture on the wall. There's a lock on that. Number 4. Okay, so that makes sense. Number 4 doesn't have a number on the bottom. 6/18, 1977. Since yesterday, bird chirps near my house vanished too. Did those black shadows quietly drive them off as well? Did they notice us? Are they going to do any harm to Mom and Dad? Dad came out of his study early this morning, looking anxious somehow. When I was sketching drafts for several paintings of nightingales in my room, he called me down and asked me to do a favor. He said, pointing to the bookshelf. That window latch looked like a pair of eyes for a moment. The green books are bird-watching logs. The red ones in the study are marsh birds' photography guides, and the white ones on the shelf outside are my own notebooks. I need them to be packed today. Could you please help me count the number of books of each color and write it on a piece of paper? I had no objections, as it was always an honor for me to do these clerical work for a famous scholar like my dad. But there were literally hundreds of books with various colors on his bookshelf. Looks like I would be busy until the afternoon. Summer break is coming soon, and I hope the birds will come back too. I still have no idea what topic to pick for my summer research project. Okay, so, books. Need to figure that out. I want to check something. Oh. I don't like that. Also, I'm going to readjust my chair because I'm starting to slouch. And that's not good for my posture. Ah, that's better. Weird things be happening. Oh. Well, that's not creepy at all. Oh. I guess I can still open that drawer. What does that say? Extra virgin olive oil. Guess no one's been around. stairs, maybe? It talked about books. Yeah, that's not it right there, at least. Oh, there's books right here. There's two of them. They're green. I think I saw green on the thing drawn on the wall. Let me check that out. Yeah, I did. Oh, there's red books right here as well. There's 4? So 2, 4, and I guess I need to find some white books. Ooh, right here. Yes, yes. 3 of them. So 243? Is that the code? Only one way to find out. Oh, it's a 3. 243. Yay! Makes me so happy. Also, I really like the mechanic of not having a flashlight, but carrying around a candle. Because, I mean, it may not be an original concept, considering Amnesia had its own thing with, ooh! Matchboxes and lanterns. But it's still an interesting concept, considering in most horror games, you either don't have any source of light or you have just the everyman's flashlight. There's a glowing coming from that closet. That doesn't make me very comfortable. 9/14/1977. I haven't heard the birds chirping all summer. I miss them so much that I drew a bird again in the first art class of the new semester. It was a pigeon. But my classmates couldn't recognize what I drew. They laughed at me and asked why I drew a white hen with a strange pose. I was so furious. How could it be a hen? It's a bird. I mean, hens are technically birds, but they're flightless. But it's a bird. It's a pigeon with white wings that can flutter up and down in the sky. Did I draw it poorly? I took them to Miss Teresa, hoping she could say something for me. But Miss Teresa couldn't tell what I drew either. She stared at my drawing with a puzzled expression, her lips moving as if she wanted to say something, but her eyes were dim and cloudy, as if something had gone missing from her mind. Oh dear. Shocked, when I tried to say something for myself, I realized that I couldn't say the word pigeon either, nor the word bird. No, I'm not dumb. I remembered how to pronounce and spell them, but every time I tried to speak, the syllables dissipated in my mouth, leaving only silence. Until I ran out of the school in panic, I could finally shout those words again. I ran into the woods and repeated that word over and over out of fear. What is happening? I shivered as if something chilling is crawling up along my spine. What is going on in this school, in this town? Well, you see, birds aren't real. That's the first thing. Oh well, that was a very sudden opening of the doors. And there's a lit candle, an open flame, in essentially a wooden box. That is so absolutely safe. rockin'. Is that on the front door? I can't open it. Oh. The bathroom's open? Interesting. Okay. That is gross looking water. And a lit candle. At least this one is more sensible because it's right next to water. But it's still a lit candle in a place that isn't really occupied and is in drastic disarray. Also, I'm pretty sure that towel is not fireproof. Oh. Also, this seems to be a house more in the UK. Because I don't know of any homes here in the States that have radiators like this. Anyway, phew. There was suddenly a thunderstorm tonight. The sound of rain hitting the roof was deafening. The power went out, so we had to light up 5 candles in the house. Mom and Dad looked extraordinarily worried for some reason. I heard the sound of sirens from police cars getting closer and closer. Then came a rough knocking on the door. Those people outside our front door claimed themselves to be police officers, but they didn't exactly look like police officers in this town. They were wearing black uniforms, pistols holstered on their waists, badges of stars and stripes on their arms. As they entered, their eyes scanned us with a sinister sharpness. Mr. Radley, the intelligence agency has notified us that we need some investigation on you. Please take us to your study, they said. We need to take everything related to birds. Then, without any more word, they ransacked Dad's study violently, leaving only a total mess. From books to research data, there's almost nothing they aren't taking away, including Dad, who just knows too much about birds. Mom watched as Dad was taken away by a police car. The officers said that he was only taken for some investigation, but when they were about to leave, I overheard their conversation from the second-floor window. This town has some problems. Some people still remember something. Did our machines malfunction? Who knows? Gotta report it to the agency first, then proceed with the usual procedure. The person dropped the word in a mechanical tone. So, artificial memory wiping or blocking? Because memories aren't very easily wiped unless you actually remove the cells from the brain. But those signals can be blocked, theoretically, without damaging the brain, which means it's not really removing the memories of things, but the ability to access those memories and that knowledge is heavily disrupted, sometimes to completion. So what am I supposed to do now? the note mentioned lit candles, and there's candles here? Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I need to have 5 candles lit? Maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything changed? I don't have anything for that yet. Oh wait, my character's carrying a candle, isn't he? Or she? Probably a he. It doesn't really matter. So, that would actually count as 1, 2 upstairs, 3 in the hand, and then 4 and 5. Did that do anything? Wait, that door's open already, so unless there's something in there that hasn't happened yet. No. Oh, feather? Is that a feather? That looks... That both looks and does not look like a feather. I'm not sure. Anyway, that door is also open. This door? No. There was another door in the kitchen. Wait. Can I open this door? Ooh. This door's open. There's a note. Number 7. Yay. It's you. It's you. It's you who killed those... Hey, kid. I know what word you're going to say. Birds. And I know you can't say it anymore. Don't be sad. We almost can't say it anymore either. Just like you. But as adults, we're more capable of accepting these changes. It's just some unimportant things disappearing from your life. Okay. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like birds are a little bit, at the very least, a little bit very much important. At first it might hurt, but when you forget their existence, it would only get less painful, wouldn't it? If one morning you wake up and find that there are some words you can no longer say, please don't be surprised. It just means that these words no longer have the necessity to exist for the sake of the nation, the sake of the society. Oh, that is so dystopian. Whoa. But they are really important to me. Please give them back. Sorry, we can't do that. It's not something we can decide with our will. The birds have reached their destined time to disappear. Please bring my father back to me. We can't do that either. Please promise that you won't take anything else from our lives. Then what's the least you can do? Nothing. We are all experiencing this kind of forgetness. Slowly enough to not be too painful. That was poorly written, sorry. Poorly written, poorly read, but can never be stopped or reversed. There's nothing much else we can do, child. For some things, you're just not allowed to remember. It's for your own good. Oh, oh, that is so dystopian. It's what's best for you, so you're not allowed to remember these things. Okay, so these are paintings. Oh, I can pick it up. Does it go there? Oh, it does. So I guess I need to find... There's 2 more paintings right here. Is there anything in the boxes? No, but I can climb them. I guess I need to find where these paintings go to. I can pick that one up. And I'm assuming that I'll be able to pick this one up as well. I wonder. Oh my goodness. Wait, I just saw that. Okay, I think that's probably where the last one goes, maybe? But where does this one go? Ooh. Ooh. It's also, that is a very unique, a very abstract painting. Kind of like it. That is very well modeled spider webs. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Also, I can't sprint and I can't crouch or jump. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, good, it stopped. Number 8. 11/24/1977. My dad never came back. I stopped drawing birds in art class too. Bird chirps were completely gone from our small town. Today is my birthday, and Mom made a cake to celebrate. I can't remember when it started, but I can no longer say the word bird even when I'm at home now. The feeling of the syllables floating up but then vanishing in my throat was unbearable. But soon I learned that as long as I didn't try to say it, I wouldn't have that feeling. Yes. As long as I hold back from saying it, I won't feel the pain. But all my memories are still very clear. I still remember the robin with its rusty red feathers. I couldn't stand it anymore. So while Mom was baking the cake downstairs, I picked up my brush and painted it again. I learned how to shade its head and back with different depths of black, just like how my dad had taught me. When the cake was ready, we lit the candles. I proudly presented my painting to Mom. She sat in silence, tears suddenly streaming down her face. When I asked if she missed Dad, he only cried harder and shook her head. She snatched my drawing, crumpled it into a ball, lit it with the candle flame, and watched it turn to ash. "Don't let anyone know you haven't forgotten yet," she said. "You'll be killed, and I'll be killed too. And if we die, Dad won't be able to find us when he comes back. So please, if you didn't forget, at least pretend you did for the rest of your life. Please, my child. She crouched down and hugged me tightly. I nodded as we shared the cake. Well, that's depressing. Also, that is even more dystopian than the previous note. Okay, I heard footsteps going up these stairs. I didn't like it one bit, but I heard it. Oh, birthday cake. So, 11/24/1977. No? Let me check something. Is it the day the note was written, or... Wait. There's candles here. Come on. Do I have to do math? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's either I have to do math or some kind of color code combo again. So there's 8 candles. 8 minus 77 is 69. Nice. So let's try that. 11/24/1969. Oh. Oh, that worked. Oh, that worked. I didn't think that was gonna work. Okay, well, I'll read that in a moment. Oh, well-timed lightning and a painting. I'm guessing that's a painting of Dad. Okay, well, time to read. Mom sealed whatever is left in Dad's study inside the basement. Hid the key under the carpet on the balcony across from the kitchen. Oh, I miss Dad so much. I still like drawing, and I still can draw. I just don't draw certain things anymore. Look, it's not that much of a big deal. I just don't draw them. Just don't draw them. Just don't draw them. Maybe they are taking something from our memories every single day. Today, it's the existence of birds. Tomorrow, it might be the memories about poems or rock music. And the day after tomorrow, it might be all the passion and love we once had for this world. Eventually, one day we will forget our own existence. Maybe we won't even have our own names anymore, and our identities will be replaced by numbers. Chef Maryville in the cafeteria was taken away by the police today. She's the 3rd staff member taken away this week. Did she also forget to forget something? The robins. Those feathers on their chests. What colors were they again? It took me nearly 2 minutes to finally remember. Rusty red. Yeah. Rusty red. I'm getting emotional. Why? Okay, so what now? Do I go downstairs, I think. Oh my gosh, why? Oh, it's so depressing. Oh, the chair's moved. That's, unsettling, to say the least. Time to go in the basement. I hope this music isn't, copyright. The bird removal plan. 6970. Oh. $12.24. 1977. I can't remember the color of robins anymore, but I still want to paint them once again, desperately. For the entire afternoon, I could only trace its outline with a charcoal pencil over and over again. Today seems to be Christmas Eve. I haven't forgotten that. Well then, it seems I'm obediently following their instructions and forgetting things that shouldn't be remembered, right? That means I won't be taken away yet. At least for now. All of a sudden, I thought of the books Dad left over. So I snuck into the basement trying to find answers. Maybe those books can help me. Maybe they can tell me what color robins are. Maybe they can even tell me where my dad is right now. I skimmed through Dad's notebooks, but soon I heard the sound of police sirens getting closer and closer. It's them. They're coming again. They have eyes on me. Now I'm certain. They know I've hidden something. We always have eyes on you, and we will always hunt for those with unforgotten memories. I heard a strange voice whispered out of nowhere. Then I heard dense footsteps breaking in through the front door. I heard Mom scream upstairs. Then a gunshot brought everything back to silence. Dad, only you can save me now. Help me. So what now? There's banging on the door. I guess the last thing to do is go to the only door that hasn't been opened. Unless I can get out through the back. Well, that's trippy. Narrative design, environment design, level design, video, and programming by JD. Well, that was an interesting experience. Not a terrible one. And I'm not really sure what to take away from that, other than the fact that when people are forced to forget things, the world can become a very scary place. And I don't know, maybe this is a narrative on how the world and certain powers that be want people to forget things that they either deem unimportant or more likely as a threat to their stability or their authority. And it feels like this game is trying to play off of a narrative of that sort, while still being its own take on it. I really enjoyed this because it didn't rely on in-your-face jump scares or monsters lurking in the darkness or something chasing you. It relied on the existential terror of being forced to forget things that you want to remember. And I don't know what the intended message behind this game was for certain, but for a short horror game, it had a very, very strong premise and very sad but enticing storytelling through the notes. And I really appreciate that when the horror side of a horror game is pulled back a little bit to make way for providing terror through that storytelling. And my goodness, was that terrifying and depressing, and I don't know what to feel right now. I don't know if I should be terrified or depressed or absolutely thrilled because of how good of an experience that was. But unfortunately, that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoy... I cannot speak today. If you enjoyed it, stay tuned for more. Be sure to follow the links in the description to support what I do through Patreon or Ko-Fi. You can also find me on social media through the description as well. And you can also find me on Twitch. I will be uploading more often there, and hopefully I will see you guys there as well. And until the next one, stay awesome. Bye-bye.